Hello friends and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. I am taking a break from doing some work in the garden to have me something cold to drink, and I had to change into a short sleeve shirt. It started out the day kind of cool this morning. The wind was a little chilly, and put on a long sleeve shirt, but after working out there in the sun for a while, it didn't take me long to figure out, okay, I need something a little bit cooler. As you can hear, the orchestra is going in the background between noises coming from the shop and all the critters that have to make noise while I'm recording. I have the background accompaniment that I always have. So I hope you understand, because there's not a lot I can do about it. Well, today I wanted to get on a subject that I had promised just recently in a sneak peek video that I had done of where I was talking about just some things that I was looking forward to putting videos out about. And one of those things was old days, old ways. Now, one of the things that I mentioned when I made that one of these days, I promise you I'll learn to talk. When I put out the video about the sneak peek of the old days, old ways, I hinted that those days may not be quite as old as you're thinking. I mean, if you're thinking 1800s, well, not quite. But for some of you that are listening, the younger group, it may really sound like old days, but it is actually here's my plan. I want to do a series of videos of the period of time of between the mid-60s to the mid-70s. Now, why did I choose that time? Because for some of us, it doesn't seem like that was that long ago until you get to thinking about today and how far we've come. But it is a number of years ago, and things have changed so much, not only just our lifestyles, but technology, education, work. A lot of things have changed. Pretty much when I look back how my life was in the mid-60s to mid-70s, it was like living in another world, another planet, because it was a lot different. And I imagine that for especially our grandparents and even further back, I'm sure as technology and things progressed, they thought the same thing. But I just wanted, since I can personally relate to how life was back during that time period, I thought that it would be a good idea to start with that period of time. And then, depending on how well those videos are received, maybe I could move further back, cover periods of time from my parents and grandparents, and maybe even further back. So if you like these videos, please let me know in the comments, because otherwise I'm not going to know whether these are going to be something that'll be worth pursuing or not. If it's not, I'll move on to something else. But I do want to, those of you that have been with this channel for some time, I'm like a beagle. I can get on a bunny trail faster than nobody's business. So it's very important that I have notes. Well, I want to show you. I've got notes. Don't run off, though. I don't mean to scare you. These notes are not all for today. These are for the entire video series that I plan on doing for old days, old ways. Now, what exactly does that mean to me? Well, old days, I am not a spring chicken. I know that shocks a lot of you, but yeah, I'm not a spring chicken. And things have changed so immensely in my lifetime that, like I said, for some of you, it is going to sound like I'm talking about times like much further back than maybe even the mid-60s. But when I'm doing these videos, I want to talk about everything from the roles within a family. I want to talk about education, technology, school. Well, school is education. Yeah. I want to talk about entertainment. I want to cover a whole plethora of topics within society during that period of time. Now, bear in mind, pretty much all of this is going to be generalizations, because just the family dynamics could be so different from one family to another. Cultural differences, socioeconomic differences. Where did you live in the country? Did you even live in this country? So there could be a very broad spectrum within a certain topic as we go through these videos. So if I say that here's how it was during that time, if I don't pinpoint exactly what I'm talking about, take that as a generalization. I'm going to try, since I was alive during that time, I am going to try to make sure that I throw in points of how it was within my family, because I know how it was within my family and those that were close to us, and so I will throw in some of the history for us, and it may have been different for your family or your community. And so as we go through these videos, if you see something or hear something that is different from how it was during that period of time for you or your family, please make sure that you jump in and comment. Let me know, because it's fun hearing how it was for everybody during certain times, because I know some people, it may have just been peaches and creams. People talk about the good old days. Well, the good old days for some are not good old days for others. So it's like when you hear about people talk about the Great Depression, about how horrible it was, and it was for many, but there were some that were so economically challenged, they didn't realize there was a depression, because they just, it was life in general for them, and it was normal. So as we go through these, if you see or hear something that is different, I'm sorry, I just hit the camera stand. If you see or hear something different within these videos, or if you disagree with something, hey, we're always up to talking about it. Now, not arguing about it, but talking about it, all right? So I want to start, I think, doing these. I want to try to do one every weekend. I'm not going to do them all at one time, because I just don't want to kill y'all with too much stuff. So I am going to try to break out one of these every weekend. And the first one we will start with is roles within the families. So come back, watch. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you get a notification about these upcoming videos. Whenever one comes out, you'll get notified. If you are subscribed and you're not getting notified, go back and check your notification bell to make sure that it's still on, because for some reason people's things just turn off sometimes. So make sure you check on that if you're interested in getting notified about these videos. I'm going to hush for now, but I want you to be watching for that first video that comes back of Old Days, Old Ways. Thank you for joining us here at Mountain Patriot Homestead. I hope you have a great afternoon. Love y'all. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.